You're watching the 38th season of Football Friday. Live from WTOK, it's Football Friday with Patrick Talbot and Eve Hernandez. Football Friday begins now.
Welcome in, everybody, to Football Friday. It is week 2, and while we dealt with some major heat last week, this week our crews were dodging rain showers, including myself, but that didn't stop us from getting to games all over East Mississippi and West Alabama.
That's right. We've also got the return of everyone's favorite segment, our first helmet stickers of the year. Will be handed out tonight, and we'll preview your weekend of college football. But let's get right into the action. Our first game of the week, takes us to Ray Stadium, the Meridian Wildcats' first home game of the 2023 season. First time for head coach Marcus Boyles to lead his new squad in his new home. Meridian would be looking for a bounce back after last week's loss against Quitman. Wildcats superstar athlete Daniel Hill in at quarterback. He finds Jamarick Leggett right here for the touchdown. He'll put that ball where only his receiver could get it. Cats up 7-0 in the first. To the second now. Quarterback for Biloxi hands the ball off to Jalen Johnson. He takes it right up the middle and finds his way into the end zone. Biloxi Indians would take a 14-7 lead in the second quarter. Next possession for the Wildcats, though. Hill in a shotgun again. He finds the hole on the outside. He runs it in for his first rushing touchdown on the night. Cats would miss the field goal, though. It would go down 1 headed into half. First possession for the Cats out of half. Wildcats in the red zone. Daniel Hill takes the ball himself again, and he finds the end zone once again. Cats would convert the 2-point conversion to take a 7-point lead. Final score in Meridian, 42-14. Cats get their first win under Marcus Boyles, and man, it was a statement.
Yeah, definitely looked like it. Now we head over to Southeast Lauderdale, where the Tigers are hosting the Rangers. The game starts off very penalty heavy, with neither team really able to get anything going offensively. But that was the case until Tiger quarterback Jalen Ivey, on the quarterback keeper here, finds the hole, runs the ball in himself for a 50-yard touchdown, giving the Tigers a 6-0 lead. Look at the speed, Jalen Ivey. And now it's a fast forward to the second quarter, where the Tigers are going to find themselves in the red zone. And we see running back Caleb Fowler being handed the ball, forcing his way in for a touchdown. That will give the Tigers a 13-0 lead in the second half. The Tigers win 20-6.
Meanwhile, over in Clarkdale, into the first quarter here, Clarkdale with the ball. Quarterback Luke Williams, he throws the ball to his receiver, Eli Swearingen. Swearingen with a nice catch and easily in for the touchdown. Now Clarkdale would kick the ball off after this touchdown. Cheerleaders loving it. West Lauderdale's Hunter Moore would be unable to secure this catch. Clarkdale's Asher Also Brooks would dive onto the ball. Bulldogs ball. A couple of plays later now in the second quarter, Clarkdale's Luke Williams fakes the handoff and gives the ball to Isaiah Brown, who finds his way into the end zone for 6. West Lauderdale would have the ball later on as quarterback Peoples. He would give the ball to Caleb Collins right here. Collins up the middle, refuses to go down. He's in for the touchdown. West squeaks this one out as the Knights win 28-27. And Eve, you were at the Choctaw Central game for a great rival football matchup for a Football Friday tailgate. Why don't you tell us more about that?
Yeah, it was such a great game. It was such an amazing atmosphere out there. And, you know, they call this matchup the Battle of the Nations because it's happened every year for the past 31 years. So let's get to the highlights here. This game was a complete stunner that came down to the very last seconds. But let's bring it back to the beginning first. Braves get the ball on the opening drive right off the bat. That's junior Keithan Anderson with the pick that sets the Warriors up pretty nicely. And a huge crowd for the Warriors tonight. Look at all of those people there. Big game tonight. Warriors ball now. Cooper Wesley takes the snap, hands it right off to number 2, Keyshawn Ben. He's in effortlessly for the score. And after a successful PAT, the Warriors up 7-0 early. Cherokee's offense back on the field now. Not sure what happened to the ball, but that's up in the air. The Warriors recover it. But Cherokee did end up putting a heck of a fight back in the second half. They actually get the game-winning touchdown with just 1 minute left to play. The Braves steal the dub, 41-37.
Now switching gears over to Enterprise versus Union. Union Yellow Jackets have a strong start right now as quarterback Udarian Hickman hands the ball off to number 1, Keon Harris. Harris extends to the pylon, just barely make it into the end zone, 14-0 early. This fan and this band would enjoy their time under those Friday night lights, but the Enterprise defense, though, would stay strong as they take the Yellow Jackets to 4th down, forcing them to punt the ball The Bulldogs defense blocks the punt and puts them in prime position for the first half as it's coming to a close. With less than a minute left in the second quarter, Enterprise Bulldogs would have the ball right here near the 5-yard line. Quarterback Jace Gunn gives the ball to number 10, Jacarius Pickens. He runs it into the end zone to make it a 14-7 ball game before half. Union wins this one, though, 28-7.
And now we're going to head to Livingston as University Charter School hosts Fruitdale for their home opener. In the first drive for the Pirates, they try to trick the Trailblazers with the flea flicker right here, but Trey Wilson says not today, picks off the play, setting up shop in Fruitdale territory. And we go later on in the drive, Davian Bell is going to roll out to his right here. He finds Wilson for the easy 6. Right there's a touchdown, capitalizing over that turnover. 2-point conversion was no good, however. And now let's go skip to USC's second drive. Nelson Powell takes the handoff, finds the hole, waltzes into the end zone unscathed. Blazers would tack on one more touchdown before the quarter's end and will take the win to go to 0-2 on the season, 42-0.
And still to come on Football Friday, we've got scores, helmet stickers return, plus take a look at week 1 of college football. Stay tuned.